Your weight is good. Any more nausea?
No.
Well, why don't you go ahead and get dressed, and I'll be back in a minute.
Doctor, before you go, how am I doing?
Fine. Though there are a few things I'd like to go over with you.
You mean besides my eating habits?
Well, much more important than that, but this time when we talk, I would like Mr. Scorpio there as well.
Robert, why?
Well, I like to get the fathers involved. After all, it's his baby too, isn't it?
As long as you're there, will you get my coat as well?
Can't you get your own coat?
Well, I mean, you're standing right there. I didn't think it would be a problem.
You do something. I think you're afraid to turn your back on me.
Don't be ridiculous.
No, you're scared I'll do something.
Why are you making a big deal out of it? You were there by the closet. I asked for a little favor.
Alan, look, I mean, mistrust is running rampant in this house. It's oozing out of the wallpaper. You're wondering about me. I'm wondering about you. Edward's wondering about...
Wondering why Stella's coffee's gone from merely bad to merely worse.
I spoke to her about it. She's going to try a different blend.
Listen, not to change the subject, but the phone rang a little while ago. Did any of you answer it?
I didn't go anywhere near it.
It was the wrong number.
Still no word from Jimmy Lee, huh?
No, not yet.
Well, I hate to ask, but what about the gun?
Still nothing. They're obviously having trouble tracing it.
Well, I've been thinking about it. I'm sure we all know it won't be very long before they find out who it belonged to.
What are you suggesting we do, go along and confess?
Well, of course not. We have nothing to confess to.
Well, we're going to have to offer some explanation.
Well, exactly. And I, for one, vote to say that it was stolen.
Well, that's what we all agreed did happen.
Well, if it did or didn't, that's what we're going to say. Alan's gun was stolen from the desk drawer. Beyond that, we know nothing. Agreed? Okay. I'll be in the kitchen searching out some instant coffee if you need me.
I wonder if any of us does know something more.
Yes, I wonder.
Well, good morning, Heather.
I'll skip the pleasantries if you don't mind. What's the meaning of this? You've already questioned me.
Oh, yes, I remember it well.
Then why am I here? You must have forgotten something.
No, something you've forgotten. This was found on Susan's living room floor. You didn't happen to leave it there the night of the murder, did you?
Well, that's very nice.
Silver filigree.
Well, what makes you think it's mine?
Is it?
No.
You're lying. Joe Kelly bought this for you a year ago.
So talk to Joe.
I did. He said he got it for you as a gift. Now, I think we can both assume that it's yours.
So what if it is? It doesn't mean I was there the night of the murder, if that's what you're saying.
No, it's what you keep saying.
Well, then why don't you believe me?
Because it's hard to do that, Heather.
My reputation precedes me once again.
You've lied to me once today. Give it a rest.
Whatever you say, Commissioner.
And this is, after all, a murder investigation. And a possession of yours was found at the scene of that murder. Now, like it or not, that implicates you. Start leveling with me, darling, otherwise I'm going to find you into custody.
You mean jail?
Not a happy place, Heather.
Oh, I know. I've been there before. Actually, I'm kind of used to it. So you see, it doesn't scare me. If that's what you're trying to do, I don't scare easily.
This is just routine questioning, Heather. No one's accusing you of anything.
You're putting me at the scene of the murder.
No, I'm simply trying to find out if you were there.
I wasn't there. I didn't kill her.
Then explain the lipstick.
Well, it could have happened a couple of days ago.
Do you recall exactly when?
Well, of course not. I'm in and out of there all the time. It could have happened on any number of occasions.
No, that's impossible. You see, Mrs. Bowman said she cleaned that place thoroughly the day of the murder. She'd have noticed a lipstick on the floor. That means it got there the night of the murder.
That's a ridiculous assumption.
Why?
Because Mrs. Bowman is lying. Perhaps she was watching TV instead of doing her housework. So why be so quick to point the finger at me?
I'm not making accusations. I'm simply trying to find out a few explanations.
I've already given you one.
Yeah, pretty flimsy ones. I think we both agree to that.
Oh, excuse me, Commissioner, but we've come up with something. Can you take a minute?
Yeah. I'll be right back.
I'm not going anywhere.
I hope this is what I think it is.
Here, ballistics report on the murder weapon. I think you'll be very interested in their findings.
think it's going to be before they trace the gun here?
How would I know? I don't know anything at all about guns.
Could have fooled me a couple of years ago.
Don't be smart.
Well, somebody took a gun.
To frame me.
Perhaps.
What are you thinking?
Do you know who took it?
I'm afraid to even start guessing.
Why?
Because if I do, it brings me much too close to the people in this house.
Edward?
Among others.
Me?
Don't even ask me that, Monica.
You know, I'm thinking that, you know, your suspicions would lead you quite a bit closer to home.
Meaning?
Well, I know if I were the police, I would certainly be interested in questioning the owner of the gun, considering his past reputation, especially his reputation and his relationship with the deceased.
You have a past reputation as well, Monica.
Meaning that puts us in equal jeopardy?
Why don't we let the police decide? Your coat.
This is the report. The murder weapon was registered to Alan Quartermaine. Not even a report of a theft. No, sir, Commissioner. The murder weapon is Alan Quartermaine's gun.
Listen, go in and talk to Heather. She likes you.
Well, can I... Thanks. Can I send her home? Heather?
What, the second string already? I thought for sure the first string would never give up.
Very funny. The commissioner said you can leave. He has something he has to take care of.
New suspect?
Now, you know I can't answer that.
Oh, you're always so official. Well, it's a shame you couldn't have been questioning me, Captain Ramsey. You're much more thorough than Mr. Scorpio.
Heather, I said you can leave.
Could I make a quick phone call first?
Sure, go right ahead.
It's personal.
Oh. Excuse me.
Hello, Scotty? Yeah, it's Heather. I'm down at the police station. No, it's all right. They've already released me. But I did find out some very interesting information. Yes. Apparently the gun that killed Susan Moore was registered to Alan Quartermaine. Our friend, Mr. Scorpio, has a solid lead in the other direction. I am, too.
Yeah, Red, sure. Well, if he's well-trained, he's a hard worker, yeah, we'll be able to use him. Okay, Brown. Brown's in the colors, right. Okay, well, I'll take care of it. Yeah, well, that's coming along, and if he's a good worker, yeah, he'll be able to help us. Okay, I'll take care of that, too. Yeah, right. I'll talk to you later.
Right. Where is my level now? Yeah? Mr. Holt?
Oh, Jimmy Lee to my enemies in the IRS.
I'm Calvin Brown.
Oh, that was quick. Didn't I meet you over at Kelly's?
That's right. Yeah, we did have a chat one afternoon.
Yeah.
Did Red talk to you?
Yeah, he told me you were very qualified.
Oh, yeah, for more years than I care to admit. I was already a journeyman when I was 22.
What's your specialty?
Oh, you name it. I've done everything from furniture to furnishings.
Did you ever do any framework?
Oh, sure, lots of it. I know you think I'm a little old when compared to your average man, but I can hammer right along with the best of them. Yeah, carrying's no problem either. This back is as strong as it ever was.
Jimmy Lee,
Yeah, what's wrong?
you're here. I know you're here. I say it back.
Yeah, well, I just got here a minute ago.
Yeah, you didn't, what? I didn't know you were coming by today.
Listen, I got some business talking to Mr. Brown here.
Oh, right, Mr. Brown, how you doing? Blackie Parrish.
Oh,
nice
fine,
to meet you.
thanks.
Yeah.
Blackie, I think that Mr. Brown's gonna join us. Work for us.
Great. Hey, I'll tell you, you couldn't pick a better bunch of guys, I tell you.
That's what I understand,
Yeah, they're great. Great stuff. Listen, if you need some help today, don't worry about it. I'm not free, but I can cut class for you.
No, I want you to go to class. I still have some business to discuss with Mr. Brown.
I get it. You want me to butt out, huh?
Well, at least till we're done talking.
Right, okay, well, if you need me, I'll be at the student union in 45 minutes. 45.
Something wrong with your neck?
No, there's nothing. Well, no. Take care. All right, see ya. Mr. Brown, my pleasure, really.
My pleasure as well.
I say he's a great worker, but a bit talkative.
A stage most young people go through.
Some adults, too. How you sit for tools?
Well, that might be a problem. Last job I had, they were stolen from the site.
I'll tell you what, the company will supply you till you get on your feet.
I would appreciate that, Mr. Holt.
I told you, it's Jimmy Lee.
Thanks.
Okay, if you start working today?
Sooner the better.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's get your tools and I'll show you around.
Okay.
One second, I forgot my level. I'll be right there.
The important thing is not to get yourself overly tired.
I'm trying not to.
And stress is another factor you have to watch out for. It can sneak up on you very suddenly. So try to get a lot of sleep.
How's the baby?
Well, getting bigger.
Is he healthy?
Well, there's no reason to think he wouldn't be. How are things at home?
What do you mean?
Well, are things going well with your husband?
Yes.
Being pregnant and a newlywed can be trying.
No, everything's fine, really. We respect each other's needs.
Well, good. But you know, your baby has needs now, too.
Besides my taking care of myself?
Mm-hmm. Holly, it's a strong belief of mine that the child's father is as important as the mother during pregnancy.
Well, Robert is very busy at work at the moment.
With no time for his child? Oh, I don't think so. Would you like me to talk to him?
No, that's all right.
Well, it's no trouble.
Better that I talk to him. As you said, it's important that he knows everything there is to know about our baby.
Oh.
What will we do now?
I never knew Susan very well. I didn't either. There were so many stories about her, I never knew what to believe.
Yeah, well, it's too late now. I guess we'll never know.
I guess not.
Good morning, ladies.
Excuse me.
Hi, Robert. You here to pick up Holly?
No, didn't know she was here.
Oh, yeah, she has an appointment with Dr. Mason, her OB. Just routine.
Still, should have known about it.
From what I hear, you have been a very busy man lately.
Ah, you're talking about the infamous murder. It's becoming a 24-hour-a-day ordeal.
Is that why you're here? Business?
Yes. I'd like to see Dr. Alan Quartermaine immediately.
Oh, his office on 2.
Thanks, Jesse.
Dr. Banks, call the lab.
Oh, hello, Commissioner. What can I do for you?
Well, Jesse said I might find Alan Quartermaine up here.
Oh, just a second. I'll see if it's in his office.
Thank you. Well, hi there.
Didn't expect to see you here.
Spot of business.
Mr. Scorpio, Dr. Quartermaine is with the patient now. He can see you in about 10 minutes.
Is it okay if I wait?
Be my guest.
Be mine.
Just for a minute or two.
I hear you were examined.
Oh, it was just a routine checkup. You know, nothing to worry about.
Why didn't you tell me?
Because you have a lot on your mind.
Not that much that I couldn't have come down here with you or driven you here.
Well,
Well, granted, but things have got to get better.
really, I'll be fine. Dr. Mason says that I have to rest a little, but the baby is fine and very healthy.
Good.
I've even got her believing it's going to be a boy.
Great. Well, how do you intend to get home? Would you like the limo?
No, thanks. I promised Bobby I'd spend a few minutes with her before I left. I'll just grab a cab.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'll see you tonight. You going to be home for dinner?
Well, you pick a restaurant. We'll go out. Say 7?
Okay, I'll pick out my best dress.
Georgia, would you mind if I asked you a few questions?
Me?
Well, you were with Susan after the accident.
Well, for a couple of weeks.
How did she seem to you?
Well, pretty down most of the time.
Because of the pain?
Well, that was probably partly it. But I had a feeling that came from a sense of inadequacy. I don't think she liked being reliant on me, or on her husband or anybody else, for that matter.
So you think it was a fairly heavy depression?
Well, most of the time. Then she'd snap out of it. I tried my best to cheer her up. I'd tell her stories and gossip from around the hospital, you know.
Anything really work?
Well, I remember one time when she really sparked. Now, what was I telling her? It was something about the Quartermaines. Oh, just give me a second. I'll think of it.
Take your time.
Tell Troutman I've already examined the boy in room 213.
Okay. Oh, Mr. Scorpio, do you know Dr. Putnam?
Can't say I do.
Grant.
Robert Scorpio.
Mr. Scorpio is our police commissioner.
Yes, I've read your name several times.
Please, they're all lies. Don't believe a word of it.
All right.
Dr. Putnam was one of the doctors taking care of Susan just before she died.
Is that right?
I'll assume you're working on the case.
Day and night. Listen, could you answer a few questions for me?
Sure.
Susan's emotional state, how would you categorize it?
Of course, I came in well after the accident. She seemed to be adjusting to her convalescence well. In fact, I noticed a lot of improvement with each examination.
Did she ever seem angry, as if she wanted to get back at somebody in particular?
I wouldn't know. Our conversation centered mainly on her health.
The Quartermaine name ever come up?
Not that I recall. Though I do remember her visiting the house once.
What house?
The Quartermaines. I'm staying there, you know.
No, I didn't.
Until my fiancée arrives.
I see. Well, look, if I have any more questions, can I get you here?
Days. Nights, I'll be there.
Thank you.
Nice meeting you, Commissioner.
You too.
Oh, Mr. Scorpio, Dr. Quartermaine is finished with this patient. You can wait in his office if you like.
Thank you, Georgia.
Well, as I said, I don't want you to worry about a deadline, all right? So take your time. And now that we're almost finished with this room, we can start on the rest of the center, all right? And remember, Red doesn't care how long it takes us as long as we do quality work.
I understand.
Okay. Tell you what, you swing a real mean hammer.
Thanks. And I appreciate the coffee.
Well, I thought you might want a break.
Boy, sure been hearing a lot about that.
Oh, yeah, the Susan Baldwin murder.
They don't even seem to know what happened.
Or they aren't saying.
Pretty girl. Oh, from the picture, anyway.
Yeah, well, not bad in person, either.
You knew her?
Well, just in passing.
Wonder who'd want to kill her.
From what I understand, more than a few people. Why are you so interested?
Well, I don't know. Seems like everyone's interested in a murder.
In this town, more people are interested in seeing it solved. Are you almost done with that?
Yeah.
Good. Come on, let's get out of here. Let's look for Blackie and give him a list of the tools I loaned you.
Okay, lead the way.
All right. Oops.
Lou, are you in here?
Get me out of here!
All right, hang on, I gotta get the key. All right, be quiet. Shh, quiet down. Stop pounding, I can't open this thing. All right. There, you're free.
Where have you been?
I thought you got my message.
How am I supposed to get to the student center when I've been locked in that closet?
How am I supposed to know you're locked in a closet?
Your muscle brain's boss did it.
All right, don't worry about it now, all right? You didn't get caught.
Well, I almost suffocated.
All right. We gotta leave. Jimmy Lee and that guy's coming back, okay? Let's go.
Let me get my stuff.
Well, hurry up.
All right. Just take this and hold this.
Hurry up.
Okay, all right.
Shh. Quiet.
There.
I hear you.
Just give me...
you have all that makeup on? Wipe some of it off.
Stay away from me.
Pull this down.
No, leave me alone.
Zip this up here, all right? Just gonna zip your zipper up. There.
I know how to zip up my own zipper.
Well, then do it yourself. Now, come on.
Where are we going this time?
Just follow me, all right?
Hey, just leave me alone.
I'm not touching you.
Hello, Robert.
Alan?
Are you here as the police commissioner or as a friend?
Commissioner, but there's no reason we can't be civil about this.
How can I help you?
Ballistics reports that a gun in the name of one Alan Quartermaine is that which killed Susan Baldwin. I'll get right to the point. Alan, did you pull that trigger?
General Hospital will continue in a moment.